All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. And today we're going to be looking at a watch from my favorite brand, and that's Citizen. And this is like a business casual watch, not dressy. This is the men's Eco Drive Brycen Weekender chronograph watch. That's a little bit of a mouthful, so I'll wipe off the dial here. So here is the dial. And I feel like this watch is super classy. And like I said, I do have a personal bias because this is a Citizen watch. And I got this watch on a killer deal. I do not have the original case for it because I bought it pre-owned and it was in perfect condition. It looked like nobody had worn it. And the guy was just like, well, I get bored with watches. And I was like, sweet. So I got this thing like more than half off retail. Right now you can find it for probably a little over 200. It kind of fluctuates on Amazon, you know, maybe 225 to maybe even 175. And that's great for a Citizen watch. I feel like they're good quality mid-range watches to me. This is a chronograph, so it's not super complicated. And it is an Eco Drive, so it's powered by light. And that's one of the things I like about Citizen watches is that you can get them at a fairly decent price, especially pre-owned. This one has a stainless steel back and a leather strap that looks really nice. Super classy. Here's the dial again. But you can find these at great prices and kind of jump up from like a Fossil or Timex style watch, even though there's nothing wrong with those. You're not going to find these as cheap as like a Walmart watch. And if you buy them retail, they're going to cost you a couple $100s. I would say most Citizen watches start above $300. But like I said, this one has simple buttons for operating it. But I'll get a little bit into the strap. Like I said, I like the wrinkling, creasing in the strap and the perforations. I think it gives it just a little bit of sophistication. It's not so boring and plain. And this watch is easy to operate. So this is a second hand here. That orange dial is a second hand. And hopefully you can see that. When you press this top button, the second hand turns. And then to stop it from turning, you press the button again and it stops. And then when you press this button, it returns back to the top of the dial to the 12 o'clock mark. And if you're familiar with chronographs like this, I had a Belova that was like this. The second hand is down here. So somebody who doesn't know watches might think your watch is dead if they see it, or if they see the second hand sweeping, they might think it's more fancy than it is, but it's not. This case is, I believe, 45 millimeters. This isn't a small watch. I'll go ahead and show it to you on wrist. So if you have smaller wrists, it might be a problem for you. Something that does help is that the strap is tapered and it's not very wide. Not as wide as some other watches that I own. But yeah, this is the watch on wrist. I'll show you this. And it looks good. Like I said, you can see the second hand sweeping. So very nice watch. Hopefully you can see that. Here's the strap here. So it looks pretty good on my wrist. It doesn't look too big. It doesn't look too small. I would say I have like a mid-sized wrist. One of the things I love about this watch is the dial. I love chronograph watches. This inside dial is kind of like a charcoal color. And that's the one that collects the light. This dial right here. And then the bezel around here, this is black. So let me kind of cover my hand. So I think this watch goes with enough things that it's worth a buy. As far as the second hand ticking down there, the thing I love about that is it's super spot on with the second markings, even though they're too small for anyone to notice. I notice. So I really like that. I don't know if you can see that. The band does have Citizen here. It says Citizen right there. I haven't made a watch video in a while where I'm facing the camera. My apologies. But yeah, I think this is a very, very good watch brand. This is my favorite watch brand. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I have a Navihawk, which is my favorite watch of all time. The other thing about this watch is it is 100 meters water resistant, or 10 bar. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to go deep sea diving with it, but that means basically you can get in the water with this watch. I would not with the leather strap. I'd probably get a nylon strap, and I really wouldn't buy a chronograph watch to get into the water just because more buttons, more vulnerability, that kind of thing. I would not wear it with this outfit. And from a distance, I'll just show you the watch upside down. The dial almost looks, the bezel almost looks blue, but it's not. There is a version with blue on the inside. I got that one from my father. I think he likes it. I'm not sure. This does have a date window, which you cannot see right now, but it works well. I mean, all in all, this is a good watch. Age range, I mean, you could get this watch for anybody. I would say probably like mid-20s and up. But that's personal bias. I don't think there's really an age restriction. I would say like Timex and Fossil. I wore those, you know, probably early 20s, teenage years. I even wore Armatron back in the day. And I don't wear Fossil as much just because if you buy pre-owned, a lot of times you can find watches like this for like similar prices to Fossil. And I feel like the quality, it's a good jumping quality. And so this watch looks a little bit sophisticated, but not complicated. And yeah, it's pretty dope. I wear this watch at my job because I dress business casual. You could wear it with jeans and a t-shirt, jeans and a polo. I mean, you could wear it with like a button up. I wouldn't wear it in like super dressy environments. Like if you have a different watch, I'd wear a different watch to a wedding. But if people are judging you like that and you know them, do you really want those people around you? So all of that stuff kind of lends towards personal preference. Like, this is kind of big for wearing with a suit, but I mean, I don't know. If I had a tan suit, that's not super after 5E. You could wear it with a tan suit. Just wear it with confidence. And then the model number on this watch, sorry, I'm jumping around all over the place. Let me see, is CA0649-16X. I'll put that in the description. It does have mineral glass. I mean, you're paying under $500 for a watch, so you really should not be expecting sapphire. This is Japanese movement, obviously. And another thing that I really love about this watch is its eco drive. So it's powered by light. So I don't have to worry about, you know, getting watch batteries. Like this Fossil's nice. And it looks classy, but then you have to replace the battery, and I don't know how long these last. Like Fossil has not adopted the old Casio time. I think it's Casio, like 8-year, 10-year battery. I think Fossils still go like 2 years. This one, you really don't ever have to replace it. If it comes to that, you might as well get rid of the watch because I don't know how much the eco drive mechanism is, but changing that out would be ridiculous. Just for comparison, this is my Seiko Sport 5, so that's how it looks against this. A different style watch, but, you know, obviously this one's going to be more classy. I would wear this diver's watch. I mean, even though it's not really a dress watch, with this mesh band and this, you know, polished stainless steel case, I'd wear this with a suit. And this is what it looks like kind of compared to a standard Fossil style or standard watch style, you know, without a chronograph, without extra dials. Let me see if I can hold these two together. Anyway, I never do forward-facing reviews. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.